Hey y'all, this is Jamie. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I am going to be reviewing the Profusion Cosmetics 5 shade palettes. But before we get into that, question of the day, have you ever tried Profusion Cosmetics? And if so, what is your favorite product from the brand? Leave that in the comments down below, and let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so I'm feeling very glam today. I do not usually do this much of an eyeshadow look on an everyday basis, especially not in the summer, but I was in Walmart the other day and I saw these palettes, and I love Profusion Cosmetics because they're usually inexpensive and the quality of the products are usually pretty good. So as I do in all of my review videos, we're going to talk about the product, give a little bit of details, where you can get it, how much it is, what they have available. Then we're going to go into how I actually got this look in the application of the product, and then we're going to end with my pros and cons and my final rating of this product. So let's go ahead and get started with the product details. Alright, so today the product that we're going to be trying out and I'm going to be reviewing is the 5 shade palette from Profusion Cosmetics. This is a brand that is very affordable. It is typically sold at Walmart, so let's go ahead and talk about it real quick. This is, like I said, a 5 shade palette, and I think there are 6 different versions that you can get. I only, at my local Walmart, saw 4, and I thought that's all they had until I went researching today and looking them up online, and they actually have 2 more. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go through each one. We're going to talk about how many mattes, shimmers, glitters, etc. And I'm going to go ahead and give swatches along with that as well. So the first one we're going to talk about is called the Honest Hibiscus. We have the shade Petals, Tropical, Hibiscus, Sunny Days, and Vivid. So our 2 shades Petals and Vivid are the matte shades, and then the shades Tropical and Sunny Days are shimmer, and then the middle shade Hibiscus is a glitter shade. So then moving on to the Terrific Tulip palette, which is our purple palette, we have the shades Unconditional, Sprung, Tulip, Deep Love, and Family. And in this one, the shades Unconditional, Deep Love, and Family are mattes. So we have 3 mattes in this one. Sprung is a shimmer shade, and then Tulip is a glitter shade. This one I was a little iffy to buy, but it was the only one that they had in this particular one. First of all, the little cover had this little purple sticker on top, so I couldn't actually see the actual shadow when I opened it up and looked at it, so that gave me pause a little bit. And in taking it off, it was a little discolored, like part of it was lighter than the rest. That did go away when I went to swatch it. And then also when I opened this shade right here, Sprung, just popped right out. So I did have to try and scoop it up off of my carpet, kind of smush it back in. So this one was a little difficult, I gotta say. So then the next one that we have is called Pretty Poppy. So we have the shades Wilted, Light Ray, Poppy, Golden Coast, and Scarlet. And the shades Wilted, Light Ray, and Scarlet are matte shades. Golden Coast is a shimmer shade, and then Poppy in the center is a glitter shade. And then the last one that I have is called Romantic Rose. And this one has the shades Date Night, Meant to Be, Rose, Romance, and Destiny. And the shades Date Night, Romance, and Destiny are matte shades. Meant to Be is a shimmer shade, and Rose is the glitter shade. And this is, by the way, what I am wearing on my eyes right now. So they do also have 2 other palettes. We have the Delightful Dahlia palette, which is more of a blue shadow palette. And this has 3 mattes, 1 shimmer, and 1 glitter. And then we have the Peaceful Peony, which is more of a light blush pink palette. And it also has 3 mattes, 1 shimmer, and 1 glitter. Those were the 2 that were not at Walmart, and so I do not have them. So I'm sorry, I do not have swatches for those. Okay, so now that we've talked about the actual palette and we've done our swatches, let's go ahead into the application. So as I said, I did decide to use the Romantic Rose palette for the look that I created today. I was going to actually mix and match and use several different shades from different palettes, but I kind of wanted to show you that even if you only get one, you can still create a full look with just one palette. So the first thing that I did was I took this really dark burgundy shade, Destiny, and I put that kind of on the outer corners, and I took that up into the crease just a little bit. And with this one, I did have a little bit of a hard time blending this shade. As you can see on that outer edge, there was like a little dot there that I just could not blend out for like the longest time. So I ended up getting a more dense blending brush, and that helped a little bit more because I was starting out with just kind of a fluffy blending brush. But that one did take a little bit of time. However, I did not have a problem on the other eye with that shade. So then next I decided I really loved the shade Meant to Be. So I decided to put that on the outer edge as well, just to kind of give that a little bit of a shimmery look. I knew that I wanted pretty much my whole eyelid to be shimmer. And then finally, Rose was also, the shade Rose was also one of the reasons why I decided to go with this palette. I thought that that was the prettiest looking glitter shade. So I went in with Rose and I put that on the inner half of my lid. And I went a little bit, I kind of diffused it out a little bit as well. And this is what we have. This is what we are working with. And honestly, I love it. I'm in love with how this look turned out, especially after adding the mascara. As far as what's on the rest of my face, that will be down in the description box. So if you're interested, the foundation, concealer, blush, bronzer, what's on my lips, all of those products will be in the description box down below. All right, so now that we have applied the product, let's talk about pros and cons. And as always, I'm gonna start with cons first. So con number one, I do kind of have a problem with the packaging. I like it and I don't like it. I do like how it's kind of a magnetic closure, so it'll protect your shadows from getting damaged. I don't, however, I think my concern is mostly how these shadows were put in. So there are a few shades. First of all, in the Terrific Tulip palette, this shade just popped right out. There was one of these palettes that I kept, whenever I was swatching it, the actual pan kept swirling in it, and so I feel like that one's probably going to be one of the first to pop out. And con number two, as I said while I was talking about the application process, the mattes were a little bit difficult to blend. So I probably took about a good minute blending this, like a minute straight blending this eye to get it where it is right now. But as I also said, I always do this, but as I also said, I didn't have a problem on this eye. And that's pretty much all that I had for cons. So let's move on to pros. So pro number one is the price, and I just realized I don't think I mentioned the price of this yet. So these were $4.98 each at Walmart. So less than $5 for 5 shadows, so that comes up to less than $1 per shadow, which is actually really good and very affordable. Pro number two, I actually really love the color stories of all of these palettes. There's only one of them that I kind of have a problem with, but Honest Hibiscus is one of my favorites. I absolutely love that. Of course, Romantic Rose, I love this one. This is definitely my favorite, and one that I think has the most like vibrant colors in it to go with the outer packaging. This outer packaging has very vibrant colors, and I like opening it to see that that matches what's on the inside. And the only one that I felt like the vibrancy on the inside did not match on the outside was this Pretty Poppy. Honestly, this Pretty Poppy packaging I like the best. Like, I love the combination of orange and red, and it just really stood out to me. But opening this, I just kind of feel like it's a little lackluster on the inside, and I'm very upset by the fact that there's not an orange shade in here. I feel like if you take this red shade out, it looks pretty boring. But all of the other ones, I actually feel like the color story, and this one even has an orange. All the others, I really like the color stories. I really think that they're unique. I think that they're cohesive, create a nice look just with the 5 shadows. Or you can, like I said, you can mix and match if you want to buy several palettes. Let me do this quickly and get this done quickly because I see the garbage truck. Pro number 3 is that this is very portable. These are quite small, they're quite thin. You can just, like I said, they have that magnetic closure, so these are quite portable. They do have, I did want to show because I find it very comical, they do have a mirror. You can look at one eye at a time. And then lastly, I do like the color payoff of these shadows. I thought that even the matte shades, which I feel like Profusion Cosmetics, their matte shades don't always swatch well. So don't always judge a Profusion matte shade off of the swatches. Definitely put them on your eyes and see how it goes. I would say don't judge any matte shades just off the swatches. And the shimmer shades, loved it. I loved the color payoff for the shimmer shades, but I actually really love Profusion Cosmetics shimmer shades. They always perform really well. All right, so let's talk about final rating for this product. So I am gonna judge it just off of one rather than all of them. So if we think about just one palette 5 shades. Most of these, I think the hibiscus one was the only one that had only 2 matte shades. The rest have 3 matte shades, 1 shimmer shade, 1 glitter shade. I'm gonna give this 4.5 stars. So that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, remember to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload every Tuesday and Thursday. Give this a big thumbs up if you enjoy it. If you are a BTS fan, stay tuned for my BTS Saturdays where I have a BTS related video up every Saturday. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye y'all.